It's been 5 weeks. It's down to two teams of the Crockett Cup. It's finals night on NWA. Yes, and she's happy. She's on holiday as well, so we have to.
I am.
I did sign off the holiday form that she put in, but she wouldn't miss the Crockett Cup final for anything. It's Miss NWA herself, Miss Fiona Lochran. Good evening. How's the holiday?
It's lovely. I made it to the beach today. Apparently, summer is in England. It's never made it to Scotland yet. So
It
I
is.
had I had my legs out and everything today. Shorts on for the first time this year.
If it helps, I was doing
Longest one
my
I've ever seen.
couch to 5K run this in the heat.
Oh, well done, you.
Level 4, run 2, 4 out of 9 levels. So
Okay,
I'm getting
good
there.
effort.
Not too bad. Yeah, legs are on. It's kind of interesting because we've got some of the UK wrestlers do it, so we're sending each other pictures of us doing
Ah,
it,
that's cool.
just so because I don't like to blog that stuff. I'm not just in case I decide not to bother doing it again. It doesn't,
Yeah.
it's a get lazy. Anyway, let's crack on. So first off, before we start, Tiffany Nieves is the recent and the Slime Balls are the two recent well, I'm not saying new signings, but the exclusive contracts go to those two.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing more of those in the future on Power Feed.
Yeah, absolutely. Not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's quite like Tiffany Nieves. Slime balls I'm still getting to know. So yeah, we'll see. But it seems to be quite a lot of them on contracts now. There's not very many of them left not on contracts by the sounds of things.
No, just a handful at the minute, that's for sure. But who
Yeah.
knows? They may well be getting signed very soon. We'll have to wait and see. They keep announcing loads, so we'll watch this space, as you normally say, right? That's your
Absolutely.
word, right? The cold open was great as ever. It was all about the Crockett Cup finals. It was
Oh, I'm so hyped for this match. So hyped for this match. So yeah, it was good.
it was. I loved
Really
it.
good to see.
It was really nice. It was really good. It's obviously Immortals in the Southern Six. In the finals, we cut to commentary, and it's the same three that we've been seeing a lot recently: Danny Dills,
Mhm.
Darley, and Mr. William Patrick Coogan's there. Corgan. Jesus, it's late. So yes,
Really.
Billy. That's what I was trying to think of. Billy. And anyway, we cut straight to the women's tag championships, the King Bees against the aforementioned Tiffany Nieves and Reka Tahada. Yes, that is right.
Tahaka. You'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
there eventually.
I'll get it. It's late. All right. Really good tag match, actually. I enjoyed this. Reka was really impressive in this one.
I honestly, like every time I see her, I'm just like, wow. I think in terms of stature and everything, she's very Camille-esque
Hmm.
in her stature and in the way she looks and the way she carries herself. I love watching her do her thing. I'm
Yeah.
not entirely convinced by Danny Deals's view that Tiffany Nieves is the boss of this tag team. I'm not convinced of that. I don't know if Reka would be inclined to agree with that or not either. But I like watching Reka. I'm expecting big things from her.
Did you notice their tagging was a bit weird?
Hmm.
Tagging in and out. It
Yeah,
was,
I think maybe, I mean, they've tagged a handful of times now. They're probably still trying to gel, still trying to get used to each other, I guess. It could be something as simple as that. I just don't know. But I also love watching the King Bees, and I always want to see Killer Bees just because that I love watching the King Bees in action. I think Danny B and Charity King are fab, really entertaining and really frigging good.
yeah, they are. Actually, all four of these are great. I do want to see more of Wrecker as a single, though. I'd like to.
Yeah, I would like that. I would really like that.
Because, do you look at Max and you think that's actually someone that could match up with Max?
Max versus Rebecca for the TV championship. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I certainly would. King
Have you
Bee,
lost me? Can you hear me okay?
what was
No,
that?
I was going to say my signal's a little bit dodgy and you went really quiet there. So I
Ah,
just worried if I was dipping in and out there.
he
Sorry.
was, but it's fine. It's all good. Don't worry. King Bee's retained. still champs on this. I do have a little bit of a thought about this though, and one thing I would say going forward is I feel as if the women's tag division, we say about how good the women's division is, and it is, but the women's tag feels slightly empty, and I don't know how they're going to resolve this one.
And that's it, because you've got the King Bees, you've got Rekka and Tiffany, then you have La Rosa Negra and Ruthie J, and Pretty Empowered imploded, so they don't, unless Kenzie and Kylie are going to tag together, because
Hmm.
obviously Ella's on the opposite side from these two now. So yeah, it's yeah, there's not a lot left in terms of the women's tag division there. I'd quite like to see that strengthened a little bit,
Maybe Miss
but
Star and Ella
with
could,
who?
well, with who? Or Miss Star and Ella could go together, perhaps.
If Miss Star gets a little sore neck fixed and the neck brace off, so
She's had that neck brace on for so long. It's
yeah. She reminds me of Danny. Danny had one on for a very long time as well, if I remember rightly.
taking after Dan, that's for sure. Hopefully, but yeah, he just needs a bit of strengthening up, I think, and maybe some new
Yeah,
stuff
no,
in him.
I'm inclined to agree with you there, definitely.
But the division itself is fire. It's just that tag division, I just feel needs that bit of impetus.
Yeah, because for a while I thought it was really quite strong. You had like M95 and things like that as well. Obviously, we know that Missa Kate has decided not to renew her contract, and obviously Maddie went off to NXT, and I really liked them as a tag team. I thought they were going to be the ones to beat eventually, but obviously, little gap there, definitely.
Little gap to fill, and I'm sure they will do it. Quite well, actually, not quite surprising because the Crockett Cup deserves the main event. But the second match on the show was EC3 defending the £10 of gold against Sam Adonis. This was a
I was looking
really,
forward to this one.
yeah, me too.
I
This was
love Sam. I've known Sam, or of Sam at least anyway, from his camp stays in the UK when he used to do all the Butlins and the Haven sites over here. And that's when I first got introduced to him. So it's been really cool to watch his rise, particularly through the Indies and then out into Mexico through CML or CML and AAA, and he's huge in Mexico. So to see him back in NWA is great. I was psyched for this.
Yeah, I was as well. He controlled a lot of this match as well, Sam, against
He did, but I did think that EC3 kind of got the early advantage. Although when we actually saw them face to face in the ring, I forgot how tall Sam is.
Yeah.
And he actually had quite the height advantage over EC3, and I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting.
It was. There was a bit when I think he countered the 1%er into a submission and cut EC3's ear.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, ooh, a little bit of blood there, but it's
Didn't
fine.
go
It's just a small cut.
just as little smoke. Didn't go black and white either this time because it
I
obviously
know,
wasn't
obviously
massive.
wasn't enough.
Wasn't visible enough. It did take a break halfway through though, my feed anyway.
Yeah, and EC3 just was that when EC3 managed to get his foot on the ropes, wasn't it, to
Yeah.
break the yeah.
Yeah, come on, cut those breaks out, guys. Not in those moments anyway. I mean, have a break, but just not sort them out.
So frustrating.
Make them better than that. However, the 1%er into the power bomb and EC3 retains the trophy, retains the title. What I will say, and it's one thing that and again, it is just a point to make out that you and me both said this to NWA actually. They did do pictures on Facebook of when they went back to the territories in June, and they did actually spoil this. So we kind of probably knew the results anyway because the pictures had Kenzie and
And
EC3 as
Kenzie
champions.
and the King Bees as well.
Yeah, as champions. So if you're gonna take pictures, NWA, don't make it
Don't
obvious.
post them. Exactly. And actually, on that note, I actually saw the results for the Crockett Cup posted fairly early yesterday after it had aired, before I'd watched the show, and I was like, give it 24 hours at least, give people a chance to watch it before you post the pictures of the winners or whatever. So
Yeah.
just a pet gripe. I know you can't please all the people all the time, but I'm very much of a try not post the spoilers straight away.
Yeah, definitely so. And
Yeah, that photo thing did bug me. I actually commented on the Facebook page on the NWA, and they went, "What spoilers did we give away?" And I kind of said, "Well, you've just posted photos of your champs at this event, which was live after the Crockett Cup, which has not aired and will not air for several more weeks." But nobody responded to me, so
no.
that'll be in the same file as the yeah, we're working on the overseas deal and nothing's been done about it. So hey ho.
Yeah, definitely so. But yeah, please try not to do that in the future because it does ruin, especially the fact that, as you say, they do tape a lot in advance. And to go to a show and have EC3 with the title and Kenzie and the King Bees, and we're sitting there going, well, we've got these three title defenses that are on Power coming up, and
Yeah,
we like to be surprised. And if someone else had held that title up, we would have been even more surprised and shocked and be like, what's happening?
yeah,
It was kind of like what you said about Baron von Storm, the fact that he had changed and then they had gone to the Crockett Cup to tape all these tape-ins, but nobody would have known that he had changed because the episode of Power hadn't aired before he went to the Crockett Cup. Yeah. So you'll have to.
so bizarre.
So bizarre. It is very bizarre. But however, it is what it is, and we can't change it. So David Crockett was in comps for this. Danny Dills
It's
took.
always nice to see him there.
Yes,
Always nice to see him there.
definitely was. Danny Dills took a step aside. And then we saw the Crockett Cup finals, the Immortals against the Southern Six. Every time I see these Immortals now, they cease to amaze me even more with what they
I
can do.
love them.
They're great. They are
I
so
was
good.
I was actually just talking to Oscar because Oscar had rewatched the show with me tonight
Yeah.
downstairs, and we were talking about, and he was like, "Oh, these guys are really cool," and I was saying there was a point where Kratos was almost heel in NWA, and I was there after the shows in Tampa last year, after Enough Said or whatever, where he pretty much the audience turned him face and he turned face and at the TV tapings, and it was so good to see. And ever since then I've been like, yeah, I like you.
Yeah, they were so good in this. Obviously, the Southern Six was Kerry and Alex Taylor, flanked, of course, by Ricky Morton. More on that in it.
Ricky. It's not Boo Kerry anymore, it's Boo Ricky.
Boo Ricky for sure. The Mortals controlled again. They controlled a lot of this match, a bit like Sam controlled a lot of the title
God,
match.
they went straight for it as well.
Mm,
They just, the bell didn't, I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes before the bell even rang. And by then, the four of them had just tried to like decimate each other. So,
yeah, but they learned from against BFT, didn't they? Because they tried to take out BFT early to stop the Aaron Stevens problem, and
yeah.
their idea was take out Southern Six before Ricky Morton gets involved. Which again, more on that in a minute. Again, it took a break through this.
Honestly, I was like, no, I understand they need to take a break, but Jesus Christ, guys, come on. Like,
So
just,
frustrating.
I was so frustrating.
Uh,
So, like, I can't even, I can't put it into words. It's so frustrating.
it is. It certainly is really.
It's not like you're missing the match. You don't
No.
miss the match because the match stops in the adverts and the match picks up from where you left off. But you lose the momentum, you lose the buzz, you lose the excitement, and I just can't get straight back into it the same way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you've had 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes of ads or whatever, and it's weird enough. I'm sorry to the folk who are watching this in the States, but it's weird enough to watch American adverts and you're like, what have I just witnessed? And when you're not used to them, and then to go straight back into it, it loses so much, man. It just really frustrates me. So
It does.
sorry.
It's only 90 seconds, but that is really long enough
Okay,
to
it's long
lose.
enough.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is. Anyway, back from the break, the Immortals look like they're going to start to get in this match one, and then Ricky Morton decides to get involved for the first time by putting a leg in the corner again. Then there was a low blow. There was an inside cradle for a 2. Then there was a jackhammer from the Immortals. And at this point, you're thinking it is all over. Referee goes to
It
count
should have been.
3. And Ricky
It
Morton,
should have been over.
it should have been. And then Ricky Morton pulls the referee out of the ring. And then they try to escort him out of the building. Didn't quite work either on that.
That dive by Kratos over the top rope. Oh,
And
it was glorious.
but
I was like, yes, go on,
it was
Kratos.
great, but the biggest mistake was he took out everybody apart from Ricky,
I
and
know,
then
but
he
it was
punched
so good.
him.
It was so good.
It looked. Don't get me wrong. Seeing for those of you that I'm just trying to how like you can describe Kratos, a fridge with legs.
Go and watch the show, you'll see him. You'll know exactly who we're talking
Yeah,
about.
and the guy flies. I mean, he does what Leon Slater does a lot in TNA, but I know I think Leon does the backflip, but Kratos kind of just flipped out the front. But I
Oh,
mean, Kratos weighs about 150 pounds more than Leon Slater, so
it was beautiful.
it was it was great. Unfortunately, he didn't hit Ricky, but he did punch Ricky after that. Um, and that kind of what carry them through him into the stairs. Then they used a spray. They hit the 6 speed. You think it's over?
Yeah.
No.
No one's ever kicked out of that before, ever. So kudos to Odinson for that one.
Yeah,
Well done,
Odison
son.
kicked down. You're thinking at this point the Immortals are gonna win it, and then a low blow and a victory roll from the Southern Six, and they claim the Crockett Cup.
Six is up, baby. Six is up.
Six is up. Crockett weren't happy on the commentary.
Mm-mm.
Trying to get Billy to reverse or restart it. Billy's like, no, I trust the refs. The decision is final. Um,
I'm gutted for the Immortals. I am absolutely gutted.
hmm.
I hope that they get a tag title shot or something. Because I am gutted for them.
Well, they deserve
But
one, not just because they did not for not winning the Crockett Cup, but they did pin BFT.
mhm,
So
yeah.
the championship.
So I think it's
Mhm.
a title shot as well within their rights, well within their actually holding those belts is I think they will completely take full advantage of. And I'd love to see it, to be honest with you. I would love to see it.
Should put all three of them in there. Southern Six, Mortals, BFT.
I don't care. No, but Alex has already got the Crockett Cup and a belt now, so he doesn't need any more silverware.
He's
He's
got to. Well,
fine.
maybe Phil Billy be back before then, and Phil Billy can reclaim.
Yeah, he might be cleared. Who knows?
Hope so.
Who
But
knows?
put all three of them in there. NWA 76, make it a three-way tag for the tag team championships. Billy, if you're watching, listening, just put them all in. But they both have a rightful shot now, and they can both claim to have the right. The Crockett Cup winners
Yeah.
should get the shot anyway, regardless of Boo Carey, Boo Ricky, Boo them all. And the Mortals earned one because they pinned the tag champions to get to the final of the Crockett Cup, so they deserve it.
Yeah, I think they deserve a shot. Absolutely.
But congratulations to the Southern Six. If you're hot, you're hot. If you're not, simple as that. They are the Crockett Cup winners. Next week,
But would they have won it? Would they have won it without Ricky? That's the question. I don't think so.
that is a
I,
question.
I'm just putting that out there. If it wasn't for Ricky, Odison and Kratos would be Crockett Cup champs. That's all I have to say on that matter.
There we
Sue
go.
me.
Let's sue Fee. Don't sue me. Sue Fee. No words on that. But next week, I suppose we're going to get to see the final appearance of Missa Kate on Power because
Yeah,
she did one-on-one
I
with Ella
saw
Envy.
that. Yeah.
So interesting. That's going to be happening next week. And BFT take on the Heavenly Butterflies. They return to Power.
Hmm. Yeah, they were in the playoffs for the Crockett Cup, weren't they?
I think
Or
so.
were they in the first round? I
I
can't remember.
can't
We have
remember.
seen them before, and I'm
Yeah.
like scrolling back really quickly to my yeah, I think they were in the playoffs. They were in the playoffs for that like that final spot.
And they have also been on Power before.
Mhm.
They've been quite a few times, I think. They've been on Power as well, but also advertised for NWA 76.
Haley
Hollywood
J.
Haley J. Yes.
Hollywood Haley J. Who you may or may not know, but if you watch the OVW series, the wrestler, was it the wrestler it was
Yeah,
called?
wrestlers,
Wrestlers?
plural.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, Haley J was on that. So that's an interesting one for me.
Hmm.
Um, I look forward to that. That's next month. It's not that far away. It's only about 5 or 6 weeks away.
It's not that far away from them taping it.
This is true. This is true. We are not going to see it for a long time, I don't
You'll
think.
probably be out in America if you're going to Samhain by the time
Yeah, and that'll be Aiden then. Yeah.
when you get to Samhain. But yeah, she makes an appearance. Loads of other surprises for NWA 76. The obviously it's in the old ECW arena as well, which is going to be
Yeah, that'll be good.
amazing. So get yourself go nwatix.com, is it?
That's the one.
Thank you. Christ for that. I got that right. So that is all done. How was Elijah, by the way?
Elijah was fabulous. Unfortunately, we only had the one show due to
Yes.
family reasons. He had to jet back. But the show went really, really well in London. It was in Wimbledon. Never been in that area of London. Very pretty, quite fancy in places. But the show went really well. It was a new venue for us as well. But it's always nice to go to London. It's such a big city, and to turn up at a venue and a show and see loads of familiar faces that we've got used to seeing at the shows is always quite comforting. He was phenomenal. Like, I don't know if I don't really know what to expect, and he's not done a show like ours
No.
before. He was an absolute natural, an absolute natural. We overran because the stories were so good, and really, really enjoyed it. What a lovely human being he is as well. So and by all accounts, he had an absolute banger at North on the Saturday night, and an also belter one in Discovery in Edinburgh on the Sunday before he flew home. So all good, all good.
Excellent. He was. Does he believe in Joe Hendry now though? After that,
I think he does.
did see. I did see the Joe Hendry video that played.
Well, that was North, and
Yes.
then he actually tagged with Joe on
Oh, he
Sunday.
did.
So at Discovery, yeah,
Oh wow! So he fought him and then loved him so much that he tagged with him.
yeah.
That's great. As you're on holiday, what do you have coming up though, Fee?
I will not be there, but on Friday night, British Championship Wrestling are in my hometown. I am so sad to be missing it, but I'm sure someone will do a fantastic job looking after my spot for me and keeping it warm. I think from what I heard this morning, there was 12 tickets left,
Sell them
so I'm
out.
sure that'll sell out before Friday. So British Championship Wrestling on Friday. Next Thursday, which is the 20, well, I don't know, the 20 something, whatever next Thursday is.
25th.
We are W3L in Elgin. Then the 26th, I am with PBW at Belgium Music Festival. The following day, I'm at Belgium Music Festival again. That night, W3L are up in Golspie in the Highlands. And then on the Sunday, W3L are in Dalkeith over in Lothian, I think. I don't want to say Fife, Lothian, Fife area of Scotland. So I'll be at the so it's going to be a busy couple of days when I get home from holiday. So looking forward to it.
Yep,
It
you
should
don't
be
get the
fun.
holiday for after the holiday. You get straight back into the business end of things, don't you? Which is
Always, always,
always done.
always.
We had a great show Sunday. Not a
No,
chair.
I'm sorry I missed it.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'm going to run down right away right now what you missed. We had a great show. Yeah, there was no seats at all, which is always great. For Ignite, not so great that I now have a new champion of ours, Mr. Mark True did. Um,
I did saw that. I did see that.
we did stream the last four matches of the show. Some of the match actually because of demand for people were watching it said, when is this match on? And I'm like, shit, I wasn't going to look at the bother doing that one, but now I'm going to have to. Mike made a big mistake in that match. For those of you that watched it, he did have the match won and pulled Mark True up. So big mistake from Mike cost him the turnbuckle champion, which is now Mark True. So congratulations. But Marky boy, your match in September has changed, my friend. It hasn't been announced yet. All I can tell you is it's going to be a match of the year candidate, and I'm going to be calling a few close personal friends. People will get that when if they probably people will understand who I'm talking about at that point. But yeah, the match will be no longer be a single match. Put it that way, Mark. So good luck in your first defense, young man. However, That wasn't the other title. That wasn't the only title that changed. Tommy Kyle did win the Ignite Heavyweight Championship from Adonis Payne in a triple threat match with Gene Money. So congratulations to Tommy Kyle. But both champions need to look or have at least one eye open because Taylor James won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match to start Buckle Up and now has an opportunity to cash in like a Money in the Bank contract for a championship of his choosing anytime, any place, any Ignite show that he wants to do it. So unlucky boys. So just get you because Taylor's been wanting a championship ever since I've been going to Ignite for nearly 2 years. So he's now got his shot whenever he wants it. So one eye open, chaps. But that doesn't stop there. Aftermath is now tickets on sale for Ignite Aftermath. Go to Event 96 Eventbrite or go to the app Eventbrite. Just type in Ignite Wrestle Pro and it will be there for you to get. The tickets have already started flying out the door. I think front is nearly limited already. So just get there because when we announce the turnbuckle match on its own, it should be, well, it's a match of the year candidate is all I'm going to say. So get there. I think the next two matches, to be fair, that I know of for the Turnbuckle Championship are going to be match of the year contenders. So make sure you get there. Big thanks to TNA as well for letting us borrow one of the 6 men in the main event for Slammiversary this weekend. It was great to speak to Mr. Mayhem, Steve Macklin himself. It was a great conversation. So go check out that. That is sold out this weekend as well. TNA sold out the first show in over a decade. Check that out on Saturday. Check my review out on that on Sunday for everyone. But Fee, it's been lovely to talk to you. I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of your holiday now. You've done your
Thank
bit
you.
enjoy. Say hello to the what do you call them? The things, right? Thing one, thing
Things
two,
one
thing
and one
three.
and two are here. Number three is currently winging her way down to me. So,
So say hello to the things, and
oh
I
no,
will.
she's actually number one. Sorry, I got them the wrong way down. Two and three are here. One's on her way.
2 and 3 are there. One is on her way. Say hello to the things for me, and we will see you obviously next week for some more NWA Power. We hope to see you guys too. Check out all of our stuff at HTT Buckle on Twitter, Hitting the Turnbuckle Podcast, and all other social media outlets. I'm going to sleep. And until next time, everybody, buckle down, stay safe, and good night.
Bye.